storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.
Storm,
And
do you and Kenneth have a little bit of time for me to share a little bit of my story, perhaps?
go for it. I might have to go pee while you're talking, but go for it.
I'll be here, bro.
Okay. Let me get some tissue. Because I did a story today. I find this therapeutic when I come on my own platform and talk, because when I do that, I'm able to let the world see a little bit of what I'm going through, as well as me realizing that I'm not alone.
Okay.
I attempted suicide.
You're not alone.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, you're not alone.
It's okay. Let it out.
You know, when I did it, I was sexually assaulted as a child.
You're not alone
I
again.
was also sexually assaulted in the military. I had reached out to Tasha K at one point to ask if I could use my platform. I mean, her platform, to tell my story. So thank you, Storm, for allowing me that. But
You're welcome.
to make a long story short, I received a phone call from the police department telling me that the person who sexually molested me as a child was getting out of jail. He went to prison for 15 years because he did it to me, and then 2 weeks later he turned around and did it to a little white girl.
Wow.
I didn't even know they had my telephone number. I don't know how they found me, but it's the police. Hey, they could find anybody, and they consider me I'm a victim, something. I don't know what it's called, but they was telling me that I can't go home to see my family without actually contacting the police office first, because he threatened to kill me. And it was like, so when they told me, and I have to call them before I go home to visit, I have to stay so far away from him. I stay in another town to see my family. So I haven't been home to see my family in years.
Wow. Sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry.
So it's not a problem. But let me tell you what made it worse, right? So I just couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle it. I relived the whole thing when they gave me that phone call. Plus, I relived the sexual traumas from the military, because I had 3 of those in the military, right? And so I took pills and I slit my wrist. My family, they all came over, and I'm the oldest of 6 girls, so I just felt like I had failed my sisters. They all came over. Everybody took care of me. I went, they gave me my medication, and I went to sleep. They gave me my sleeping pills and my Zoloft. I went to sleep. Because I suffer from PTSD too, from the military, right? So
It's okay.
It's a lot.
So 4 hours later, and I wrote a suicide note. And me not paying attention and in my feelings, I just spun it out. And I guess it went to the wrong people, and they contacted the police. By then, 4 hours later, I'm in my room sleeping. The police came. They didn't show up with 1 car. They showed up with 5 different cars, 2 fire trucks, and an ambulance. And I live in a gated community, right? So for that right there, HOA was ready to eat me up. My husband came in the room and he was like, well, Terry, he said, they say they're going to take you to the hospital. And I said, well, I don't want to go. I didn't take my medicine. I apologize to you. I'm sorry for everything that I did, but I didn't mean to. And he was like, well, they said you have to go, you know, and I was like, well, can I talk to the police? So they came in my bedroom and he was talking. I told him, I said, you know, my family got me calmed down. I would go in tomorrow to the VA and talk with them and also talk with my counselor. I said, but let me try to work on this myself. I'm sorry for the note. I didn't mean to. It went out to everybody by mistake. I said, but I was in my feelings really bad. So they kept arguing with me and arguing with me. And I was just like, no, I'm not going. So they locked my husband out my room. Now, mind you, they didn't know I had just got that phone call. 5 white police officers, 2 of them climbed in my bed. I'm in my nightclothes. And the 2 that was in my bed, I asked them, I said, why are you in my bed? You know, that's where my husband sleeps at, you know, and I was frantic at that point because I felt like I was being to be molested all over again. And then you got the other 3, they threw me on the ground. My undergarments was showing. The kids was in my nieces and nephews, because I don't have any children. I can't have kids. My nieces and nephews were in my living room, and they saw their auntie come out handcuffed and being dragged by a police officer. You know what I'm saying?
That's
That broke me. That broke me. It broke me as a person. And they took me to the hospital. They went through all of my stuff, everything. They even counted the change in my purse. I went to sleep. I cried myself to sleep, you know. And when the doctor came in, I told him. He released me like 5 minutes later. And he just apologized and couldn't stop apologizing. And he just went off. Like, he was so mad because they didn't realize you inflicted more drama on a victim
yes.
than I was already going through. And they didn't care. And so I contacted the mayor. You know, I contacted the mayor and I let the mayor know, and he sent me out a letter of apology. And so the chief of police called and he was like, he said, you know, my police officers, they're trained to deal with schizophrenics and manic people. He said, but they're not trained to deal with people who actually are not truly a mental case. He said you were a victim. He said you were suffering from something. And so he invited me out to go through a sensitivity training with their police officers and tell them my story. So from that point on, they know how to gauge and approach that situation. I told them because the main problem was they didn't ask me no questions. They didn't ask me what brought that on.
Mm-hmm.
They only know that they was gonna take me and they treated me like something I had never been. I had never been in handcuffs. I didn't know how to deal with that. You know, I served my country. It broke me.
Yeah.
And that's why I say you can never really listen to what people say. People don't know the real you.
They don't.
I saw people tear you down, and I still see them tear you down. They don't know how that makes you feel as a person inside. And you know, people are not, most of the time, they don't even think that far. They just think about what they want to come out their mouth in that moment.
Right.
Same for you, Kenneth. You know, don't let this beat you down.
Never.
Don't take away from it the negative, but take away the positive that you did. You, Storm, you, Kenneth, you gave me a platform to tell my story. And for that, you help me as well as you guys help someone else's life, because look at me. I overcame it. It's still a lot to deal with, but
Yeah.
it was hard. And also it shows if police officers are on here, or if someone related to a police officer, of how not to treat everybody that you come in contact with that may be going through something.
Exactly right.
That's
I
right.
And I
didn't
must
know
say,
how to handle it. I've always been a strong woman, but in that moment I wasn't strong and I was scared for my life. I had a person that just served 15 years who told me he was going to kill me. I was just informed he was getting out of jail. How I was supposed to feel.
Exactly.
I must
Anybody would
say,
react.
I must say that you. I can tell that you've definitely come a long way to be able to share your story with us, and you know, thanks to Storm and for everyone else who is listening and watching, and just know that you're a survivor. You're not a victim. I
Yes.
too have had to learn that as well. I was molested when I was in the third grade by an older cousin. And I too attempted suicide 3 times, twice in middle school and once in high school. The pills, slitting of the wrist, drinking bleach. And um, nobody knew because I ended up going to sleep all 3 times, and I woke up. I mean, no headaches. Nobody had to pump my stomach. I woke up angry that I was still alive. And the third time, I realized that, okay, God, you win. Okay, I'm supposed to be here. I get it.
Yes.
I won't do it again. You know, I didn't go to the hospital. Nobody talked me. Just nothing. So, with therapy, I had to learn that I am a survivor, because if I consider to call myself a victim, I will continue to get victimized. And because I will carry that spirit along with me in life with being a victim. And I will find myself in situations where I am the victim, even if I'm not really, but in my mind, I would make myself the victim. Do you see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And you'll
So
attract that energy.
you'll attract that.
Yeah.
So
And
you
I never thought about it. Thank you.
yeah,
I've
you are a
never thought
survivor.
about it in that aspect,
You're a
because maybe
survivor.
I have been carrying myself as a victim in certain circumstances in my life.
Yes, and
You know,
just know that you're not alone. Someone else in your family, I can guarantee you, has tried to commit suicide in their past. My younger sister, she's 19 years old. She never knew anything about my suicide attempts, but when she was in high school, she tried to commit suicide as well. So I do believe that it is spiritual. It's spiritual forces that jump from one body to the next, from one line, one generation to the next, and it just keeps on going until someone calls out that spirit by name and rebukes it from ever coming back into that family line again and coming back into your life again. So, I mean, it takes constant daily prayer, daily meditation, like you're doing with the counseling, and just knowing that you're beating this thing, you're winning, you're a survivor, and you will continue to win and succeed in life, and all that you do, you will definitely be a winner.
You will. She will. And honestly, I'm really glad I did this show tonight. This show took a different turn for sure. This has been an interesting day.
Yeah.
But but I'll say that Terry, I'm glad you told your story. Kenneth, I'm glad you took them hits tonight. But you stuck in there. And I think what we've learned is basically don't just judge people on what you see on the outside. Talk to them, get to know them a little bit, ask them about their past. You'll be surprised who opens up and say, hey, I'm X, Y, and Z. And maybe, that's why I do what I do, or I react the way I react. Compassion, I guess, is what I'm trying
Yeah,
to get to.
because we're all onions. There are so many different layers to an onion. There's so many different layers to us, but we just have to stop wanting this attention that's not positive. What the way I look at it, it's not a positive thing to constantly going under Instagram and going in the comment section and saying, "Oh, this he's black ass. Oh, this motherfucker, he's black and black." That's not cute to me. That's not, and you'll attract bad energy into your life by doing that, you know. So put into the world what you want the world to give back to you. That's what I live by, you know.
And then if
That's
I
what we're
have to
going.
look at it, you know,
Yeah,
maybe they're reaching out too. Maybe these same people that sit behind here and be these bullies behind the screen. You never know what they're going through
Of
in life.
course.
of course.
Maybe they just trying to find a way to reach out. You know, mean people tear down. I mean, hurt people tear down other people. That's
Yeah,
what
because hurt people hurt people. I
yeah.
was I'm I'm speaking from experience because before I was healed, I was a mean person. Like when I talk, I don't just talk like butterflies and Peter Pan land. I'm talking about real life experience. 10 years ago, I was not this person. I was not anything like this. I would be the person like, and, you know, you stupid, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck, bitch ass hoe, you know what I'm saying? Like I was rowdy. I didn't give a fuck about people's feelings. I wanted to implement hurt, that same level of hurt on people, the same amount of hurt that was implemented on me. You know what I mean? When I was younger, I used to look at feminine dudes and be like, oh, that's a fucking faggot, yo, that's a fucking faggot. Meanwhile, I was fucking. You know what I'm saying? I was fucking dudes the same time that I'm like, that's a fucking faggot. Look, yo, look, yo. Ah, that motherfucking faggot, you know. I was that person. So I know this from experience. Like when people are mean and things, they're going through something really serious on the inside, you know? And it just takes that one person who doesn't take things serious to be like, sit down. Look. I know you called me a bitch, but look, sit down. Look, tell me what's really going on.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, spread it out. Okay, I'm a
Well,
hoe.
you
I'm
guys,
good. Yeah,
not
just
cutting you off, but I think both of you for my therapy tonight, I think I could sleep a little better knowing that two wonderful strangers gave me a little bit more to feel better about. So thank
Absolutely.
you.
and I can say
I
the
gotta
same
go to
to
work
you, love.
tomorrow.
All right
So
now.
good night to you, and thank you again,
Good night
Storm.
to
Thank you,
you. You've been a
Kenneth. You both
blessing.
are beautiful people. Thank
You
Thank
are
you.
you.
too. You've been a blessing, and may you continue on your journey towards happiness, peace, love, and just spreading your story and your joy to everyone in the world in hopes that everyone would jump onto your bandwagon and riding the wave of being a good person to others and listening. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you so much, Terry.
Bye bye.
Bye
Bye
bye,
bye.
love.
All right, Kenneth, I got to use this bathroom. I want to thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me, man. It's been a pleasure. I've been
Do
watching
me.
you for a long time, but I've just never actually commented or got on. I just look. I put you on the TV. Where the TV at? Hey,
Oh,
yeah,
right
it's
there.
kind of
Yep.
blurred. But look, I don't comment. I don't comment on anybody's stuff. I just watch and be entertained. But this is the first time I'm like, wow, this is a really great conversation. Let's actually interact. So yeah, I've been watching you for a long time. You've been doing your thing. I commend you. I see all your interviews, and you've been growing so much. And yeah, I'm just happy to be in the midst of your storm.
Well, I appreciate that, man. And I want you to please email me. Tebe email me. I just got her email, but go ahead and email me because I want to set up the show where we talk about LGBTQIA
Okay.
plus. I know all my acronyms.
Look, A B C D E F G is what I call it. Literally,
The alphabet
all of the
people.
fucking alphabets.
But
All of them.
I want us to have an honest conversation about, do you feel like you were born that way? Do you feel like the food has something to do with it? And I want to have maybe like two or three members of that community, and then like two or three straight people, and we have an honest conversation. So I'll put out the announcement for that too, and I'll pick the people. But definitely
Okay.
email me because I want you to be on that as well.
Thank you, but where can I find your email address?
It's in the description box.
Oh, cool. Okay, well, that's all good. I thank you for having me. I'll definitely shoot you an email. And like I said, thank you for having me. Thank you for putting this subject matter out there for everyone to talk and comment on, and just for having it open, because you really could just have it just you speaking and not having an open platform. So I definitely do thank you for that. And thank you for having me, man.
You're welcome, man. You take
Monroe,
care now, and shoot me that
you too.
email.
I will. I'm about to go get me some ginger and ale because I'm
All right
thirsty.
now.
All right, man.
Later. All right, guys. So we had a good show. This is a darn good day. This is proof that even when things start off a little shaky, they can end off on the right foot. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share if you care for reviews, roles, entertainment news, updates, and whatever we want to talk about over here. I will catch you guys later. I gotta go pee. Are you tired of suffering from bloating, constipation, and other digestive issues? Are you ready to finally lose that food, but that just never seems to go away? Then consider using my colon cleaner. And yes, you heard me right, my colon cleaner. This colon cleaner is made of 100% organic psyllium fiber and has helped people reverse IBS, lose weight, and so much more. All of the information and contact info for the creator of my colon cleaner is in the description box below. Are you suffering from a piece of face? Do you have oily skin, dry skin, or even a combination of both? Do you suffer from acne, hyperpigmentation, eczema, psoriasis, and a myriad of other skin issues out there? Pretty much no matter what you got going on with your skin, Shay's Creations has a solution for you. Shay's Creations is made in a home, all right, not in a laboratory. It's 100% organic, and this company focuses on skin toning, acne, hyperpigmentation, and preventing inflammation. If you're interested, all of the links to the website and social media info is in the description box below. This video has been sponsored by Bella BT. Now, ladies, do you want to bring the spa home to you? Are you ready to rejuvenate that V all while using natural herbs? This V steam is taking over feminine care from sea to shining sea, helping women with fibroids, fertility issues, stress relief, and more. And we can even get them cycles back on track. Use Bella BT, that is owned by licensed esthetician Brittany McDonald. All of her contact information is in the description box below. Hair her up now and use that Bella BT so you don't be walking around with the spoil rotten cookie. This product here keeps my skin smooth, smelling good, and of course it is made with all natural ingredients, so I don't have to worry about breaking out and my eczema acting up. What I like to do is to give me a dollop of this, rub it in the desired areas that you want to smell good. It is not cute to be ashy, get you some Lotus Radiant. Are you struggling with hair growth issues? Are you ready to finally be able to actually put your hair in a real ponytail and not that little knob? Have you found that beauty supply products leave your hair dry, flat, useless, and dull? And are you ready for a change? And if you are, you need to try some moomoogrease. This product was created for us. And nothing will change about your hair if you don't change your regimen. This product can be used in old people, young people, it doesn't matter. The products are 100% vegan, and all of the information for MOOMOO grease is down in the description box below. Escucha a Natreon Music on YouTube para la música latina con salsa, merengue, dopis, bachata y más. La música es para las personas hablar inglés y español. Now, to listen to Natreon's music, check out the link to his YouTube channel and the link to his IG page. It is all in the description box below.
It's a storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.